Welcome to the deep dive. Ozempic, you've heard the name right. It's been everywhere, mostly discussed for its approved medical uses. But today we're looking at something different, something surprising, and frankly a bit concerning. We're digging into its unregulated emergence for weight loss, specifically in Kenya. It's complex.
Yeah, and what's immediately striking really is the paradox. You have Kenya's official drug authority, the Pharmacy and Poisons Board, the PPB. They've explicitly said Ozempic and that semaglutide, it is not registered. It's not authorized for sale in Kenya, period. And yet, somehow, there's this thriving, very high-cost market that's just sprung up. So our mission today is really to unpack how this is happening, why it's happening, and what it means to use such a powerful drug in this unauthorized context.
Okay, let's try and unpack that demand then. Why? Why now? Why there? It seems like a collision almost. You've got these huge global social media trends, the celebrity endorsements, the viral before and after pictures, and that's crashing right into these rapidly changing beauty standards, especially among Kenyan women.
Exactly. And that shift is fascinating. Traditionally, a larger physique might have signified wealth, good living. But now, there's this immense pressure towards a different ideal, maybe more slim-thick, often heavily influenced by Western media. It creates a real conflict.
So how does Ozempic fit into that conflict?
Well, for those who can afford it, it seems to offer a shortcut, a way to bridge those conflicting ideals. But the price tag, it's steep. We're talking monthly packages starting around 95,000 Kenyan shillings, maybe up to 137,000.
Wow, that's roughly, what, 700 to 1,000 US dollars a month?
Precisely. So a full year could easily cost you 900,000 shillings. And what's interesting is that figure, Karash 900,000, is actually pretty close to the one-time cost of bariatric surgery, which is around Karash 829,000.
So it's really become a luxury item, another kind of status symbol in itself.
In a way, yes. The means to achieve this specific look has become exclusive. But here's where it gets really worrying, because it is unregulated.
Right, the lack of oversight.
Exactly. It opens the door to a dangerous black market. The PPB actually put out an alert, a serious one, because Interpol found counterfeit Ozempic pens. Get this, they didn't contain semaglutide. They contain insulin, a pediatric insulin specifically.
Insulin? But
Yeah.
That's completely different. That could be lethal for someone without diabetes, couldn't it?
Absolutely lethal. Injecting insulin if you're not diabetic can cause a sudden, catastrophic drop in blood sugar, severe hypoglycemia. It's incredibly dangerous, life-threatening.
Okay, so if it's unauthorized and potentially fake and deadly, how are people actually getting hold of it?
Well, it seems some private clinics, primarily Nairobi, are involved. They present this very professional front, offering these expensive Ozempic packages. They often bundle it with a doctor's consultation, maybe a nutritionist.
So a veneer of medical legitimacy?
Kind of, yes. A veneer for what is still fundamentally an unauthorized product being sold off-label. Some clinics even position it as like a preparatory step before getting plastic surgery.
So putting aside the counterfeit risk for a moment, what about the actual drug itself? Using real semaglutide off-label, unsupervised, what are the risks there?
Significant risks, even with a genuine article. Common side effects are pretty unpleasant: nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, things people often downplay. But the more severe complications, they're serious. Things like pancreatitis, that's a very painful inflammation of the pancreas. Acute kidney damage, often linked to dehydration from the vomiting and diarrhea. Gallbladder problems too. And even vision changes. These aren't trivial issues. They've led to lawsuits against the manufacturer in other parts of the world.
And stepping back, this demand, it has wider implications too, right?
Oh, definitely. This huge global surge in demand for Ozempic for cosmetic weight loss, largely fueled by social media, has created real shortages. And those shortages directly impact diabetic patients, people who genuinely need this medication, not for weight loss, but for managing their diabetes, their approved condition.
So people who need it medically can't get it because it's being used cosmetically elsewhere, often in unregulated markets.
Exactly. It highlights this really complex global health equity problem. It's a serious ethical dilemma.
Wow. Okay, so this deep dive into Ozempic in Kenya, it really paints a picture, doesn't it? Societal pressures, the constant search for quick fixes, and the really profound dangers when powerful drugs end up outside the proper regulatory systems.
I think the key takeaway here really is about vigilance, informed decisions. When something, especially in an unregulated space, looks like a miracle cure, seems almost too good to be true.
It probably is.
It very often is. And the cost isn't just monetary. It can be your health, potentially even your life.
So, as we wrap up, what stands out most to you from all this? It's a really complex situation, and maybe for you listening, how do we navigate this? The intense pressure about body image, finding real health solutions in a world just flooded with information and, well, sometimes dangerous misinformation. Something to think about until our next deep dive.